Hey everybody, it's your girl Rain Dropz, and this is episode 2 of In My Opinion podcast. I'm super excited to have the most amazing guest. She's an artist, she's an entrepreneur, she's an amazing soul. Everyone welcome Leticia, aka Supervillebeaute. So, this is episode 2, and I definitely want to get into it, get a little deeper in your life, you as a person, what motivates you, what keeps you going on good days, bad days, and just, share a little bit more of your personal side with your followers, people that love you.
Which if they follow me already, they know I don't have a problem doing. So you're the perfect person to get it out of me.
And I'm happy that she's here. So, where did Supervillebeaute, the name, comes from?
So Superville is my last name. Beauty, it was just the field that I was in. So I was just like, let me just put it together. Supervillebeaute. Yeah,
and you've always had that one Instagram page, because I think that's
Love Superville. Yeah, it was. I changed my name.
Okay, I know that, right?
And then I changed it to Supervillebeaute when I made my LLC. I was like, let me change it to the name that my LLC is.
So the Love Superville, what was that?
That was just my personal name. I made that Instagram in 2012 when I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
Nothing special.
13, 14?
Yeah.
Did I have Instagram at 13, 14? I think it was on MySpace at 13, 14.
I had MySpace too. I was on MySpace when I was like 11. Imagine me.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So Supervillebeaute is from you doing your LLCs and all that stuff. So I know you for doing makeup. That's what I started following you from.
You remember when we met?
In person?
Yes. The first time I met you was, I think it was Brahma J band. It was like they was having something. The girls was modeling the costumes. It was at a school.
Okay.
It was so long ago. It was the first time I saw you. I was doing my friend's makeup and they were modeling on stage.
That's when we exchanged information.
Yes.
My head is definitely bad because I don't remember that. It was funny because I initially thought that when first time we met in person was when you were at a restaurant, Olive Garden. You don't remember that?
I remember, but that wasn't the first time I met you.
That's when I thought. That's when
you know why it probably stuck out to me, because at that time I knew you as a makeup artist. I looked up to you as a makeup artist at that time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
First of all, how are you looking up to me when we was both on the same timing?
Not so much. I was juvenile at that time. When you met me, I was like 16.
Okay. How old are you?
25.
Okay. Oh, you're young. I'm like, I could basically be a mother. Okay, so first of all, it makes me even more happy to know that you're 25 doing such amazing things.
Thank you.
At 25, I think I was doing makeup, but definitely struggling to really take control of my business. I feel like where you're at right now, for your age, is definitely amazing. Clap it up for her.
Thank you.
That's really dope. Okay, so that's when we met at the Bad Lunch. Yeah. And then we exchanged information, and you've been doing makeup after that for how many years?
I would say it was 3 years, and then I went to cosmetology school in 2018. And from there, since seeing that I was in school so often, I changed my schedule, and I didn't realize I was so many makeup artists emerged at that time. I literally lost all of my clients. I wouldn't say
from leaving one school.
And I wouldn't say all, because they eventually transferred over and came to me while I was doing nails.
Okay.
But at the time, at the time, after I pursued school, it was kind of over for makeup, and I was like, I like nails in school.
So you changed from doing nails because you changed from doing makeup to doing nails because of school?
Yeah. Well, not so much, because I still had clients in between, but then I actually just wasn't able to fulfill the time slots, and my clients really actually went to other people. The other times that they hit me and I wasn't available, it was just
after a while it's all right, I'm about to
I'm not even trying with
It's like the friend who you're always asking the friend to go out, and she's always saying no. After a while, I'm gonna hit you up
exactly.
More. So,
and then after that, I started doing nails in school. I started practicing on people, and then before I finished school, I was already taking clients at home. And the week I graduated from school, I got hired at Judy B.
I remember that. That was freaking huge. Because that wasn't.
It was random. I'm not gonna lie. It was like I was thinking to myself, like, I'm probably not gonna be able to work at a nail salon right now because everybody was. It was the Chinese nail salon. I was like, they're not gonna hire me. And then I swear maybe it was like the 1st of May, and I graduated on the 5th. And the manager at the time, Coca, she had reached out to me and messaged me asking if I wanted to do nails at the salon, and I was like, yes.
So you didn't even reach out to them?
No.
They reached out to you.
Yeah.
Look at God. And if anybody's wondering, that is definitely Tiana Taylor's old.
Right.
Because it's not a thing anymore, right?
Stallions, right? Yeah. Tiana Taylor's old nail salon.
Yes.
She does make the stallions now.
Oh, the person who's running it.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. And that salon is no longer.
No, it's not a thing anymore.
Okay. So coming straight out of school, going right into such a big salon. Black owned, of course, so that's even better.
Right.
You know, and I think what was great when you started, I think that was a time frame where a lot more Black women were getting into nails.
Yes,
right.
It actually was. Shortly after, I feel like I went to cosmetology school.
Okay.
The field changed, like the market changed. Like even now, you can find so many small Black owned nail salons.
Right.
Like, at that time, it was like the peak at that time.
Yeah, I feel like it's great for Black women, Black people in general, to kind of take control of, you know, the services that we provide for each other.
That's so true.
Yeah, so is that one of the reasons why you got into nails?
Yeah, because I was the client who took the nail file from the people when they was filing my nail. They would just be there like crossed arms, like waiting for it. They were so upset.
For real?
But I was such a perfectionist. I was like, I have to do this for myself. I can't do this.
So makeup, that's done.
Mm-hmm.
You still have a love for it.
Yes, definitely.
Don't love it as much to say clients.
So I tell people, right, when I was first doing nails, I still had it on my schedule. So it was kind of strange for me to go from sitting down for a 2-hour set and then standing up.
Okay.
And I kind of, maybe I'm lazy, but I just prefer doing the one thing at a time because just dealing with so much products, I think my brain just gets like yeah.
That's how I feel about because I was into, you know, special effects.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different, you know, like to have to buy more products on top of products to build back up every time those products finish out. I think that's a lot financially as well.
Yeah.
So I think you choosing
which is why I
wasn't
don't
a bad
know,
thing.
because even people ask me now, I'm like, are you going to fund the foundation?
Right.
If you will, I will start providing the service and you'll get a lifetime makeups.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I think it is a lot. It is very expensive, but to have because seeing that I've worked for myself doing nails and I didn't work at a salon after Junior B, I basically had a nail salon in a room in my house.
Right.
And that was a lot of product, a whole lot.
With makeup and?
No, I only did nails in that.
Oh, just nails alone, and it was a lot of product with the nails by itself.
By itself.
Okay.
And I was like, I think even people asking me about makeup overwhelms me.
Right. All right, so let's switch the topic.
You're fine, but I feel like when people ask me now, like, can you do my makeup for my baby shower? I'll be like, girl, you see how you put the face since 2000.
See, you can't do that when you upload and pick videos on Instagram and showing us like what you did. Like, you can't do that.
I can't show y'all my makeup.
Yeah, no, you are really good, and I feel like the looks that you were doing before, like it was just it never missed. It didn't miss. There was no look that ever missed. Like she was somebody that was huge on color. You always, you were not afraid of color, which I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
And your skin flawless, the sun, the picture, the hair, everything connected was just so amazing. Like every time you dropped a new image, I was just like hard eyes, like it's just so amazing. So to see you go from something that you love, it's still art, so I get it, right? You're still using your hands.
Yeah.
You clearly have always been somebody that's super artistic. And I think that, it's not a bad thing to shift over if the love is a little bit stronger on the other side. So is that what it is? Is it that you love nails more, or do you think that nails just took over because you got opportunities so fast?
You see, I feel like I grew to love it because I think I enjoy the process. Like each step of doing nails, I enjoy every last step. But repeat your question.
The question was the love for nails more than the love for makeup? Like, is that the solid reason why you transferred over?
No, I wouldn't say the love was there. I just think I enjoyed the intricacy
of the nails. Right,
because I like to draw.
Okay.
I didn't realize that I like to draw that much until I was like out of high school and I was trying different things, you know. But I think I like the way it allows me to express my creativity a little bit more.
Through nails.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that it's more so. The reason why I stuck with it is because it's not seasonal. Like you see how makeup is like
100%.
Prom, wedding, you know. People get their nails done because they sad. People get their nails done because they want to look at their nails. People get their nails done because they just want to, you know. So I think it's just a whole year-round profession, and it was keeping me.
That makes sense. That was a good decision to make. I definitely know that during COVID, did you work at all?
So COVID started in like March, right, of 2020.
Yeah.
So for March, I definitely did not work. I probably stopped working around the 25th of that month.
Okay.
And then I moved out on the 1st of April. So I was that month, like, they said lockdown, and I said, what? Me in this house with my mother and my sister and my aunt? No way. Oh.
So that's what pushed you to move out?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So basically she's saying that if you guys really want to move out of your house, put yourself under some serious pressure, because I don't think the lockdown is going to happen anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
But that's crazy. That's
I was like, you're going to have to be watching each other in the face, no work? No. I think I'm going to have to move. Like, honestly, I was telling my dad, I was like, Dad, I'm about to move out. He was like, no, kid, stay home. I'm like, Dad, no. They're going to lock us down. It's you know how much tree period in one house is?
Right.
Not cool.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Thank God it was just me and my son. So even him, we were driving each other crazy, and we weren't even, in other rooms. Like, he's a 10-year-old and I'm my age, and we still were clashing. So I can only imagine adults.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, okay, it makes sense. So with the nails, clearly it's something that you know it's like better financially to get into.
Yes.
Over someone who's doing makeup seasonally.
Yeah.
And I agree, because I do makeup mostly on the weekends. Like weekdays, I'll definitely have those moments where, you know, I'll get clients during the week or whatever, but I definitely have to be super creative with what I do to bring in the income during the weekdays.
Yeah.
Which is why I, you know, I've done certain events and just put myself out there to do other things other than makeup. So I see why you would choose
Which is
nails.
why I've seen like I feel like even that's why people turn a lot to content creating, because in the middle of the week you really just have to utilize yourself. When there's like the no clients to do.
And here we are.
Podcasting.
Exactly.
Right. But it was definitely, you have to put yourself there. Like because when you're doing a service that you know if you don't work, and there's no insurance here. There is no like the rainy day fund is just your savings. And if you do not have that, then you're assed out. And
so what did you learn from having rough days when it comes to being a nail tech?
Be less impulsive with my spending, I would say, because a lot of times the money does not come as fast. It's like the labor that it takes to make a certain amount of money, it's actually it's extraordinary to put it that way. But I think budgeting, saving, paying attention to your money, because there was a time where I was making, I would say, too much money at the time, because I didn't value it. I was like, if I could pay this rent and I have money to buy that Prada bag, I'm buying that Prada bag
Right.
a day or two after I just paid rent in the middle of the next rent period.
Right.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And then there was times, obviously, when COVID, after I moved out, that first payment was like over $7,000 to move in like 3 ways. It was like $7,500, and then I had to furnish my entire apartment on top of not working for like 2 months because COVID, and then my dad passed away. So that was a whole nother thing that made me not want to get back to work, because I knew the first thing people was gonna ask me is, "What happened? Are you okay?" And it's like, girl, my throat got the biggest knot in it. I can't talk to you right now. So yeah.
I remember when you posted with your dad, and I always give people room to just, let it out however they feel is necessary, because for everybody's different. Some people say that social media, shouldn't be used for their personal life. How do you feel about social media and
businesses?
Well, how do you feel about people posting their personal business on social media? Like, do you feel like it's all con? Do you feel like there's some pros in it? How do you feel about that?
I feel like, to be quite honest with you, you don't respect people until you see their human side.
Right.
And if everything just seems orchestrated, it looks like there's a film camera in front of you and there's a filter on everything, then it definitely gets like, this bitch thinks she's perfect over time. And people will be people. I mean, you will get judged for the things that you go through, but at the end of the day, everybody's going through shit. You just have to be
100%.
courageous enough to let that be known. And I feel like with me expressing so much, I feel like I said a lot of things out loud that people were too scared to say. So they just, were so happy to hear somebody say it for the first time.
I agree. So with your dad passing, how does that affect you now?
Now, I think I don't even know.
Because I can tell you guys were really, really, really close. I don't know you to that extent, you know what I mean? But just your words, the words that you use when you describe him, the emotion that you kind of like let out when you have spoken about it. I can definitely tell that he has been a huge...
Yeah, my dad has taught me everything that I, like, me using my hands is because of my dad. Like, my dad is the type of man, he was a straightener. So he fixed cars. We would go to the beach. My dad would build mermaid legs out of sand over our bodies or make crocodiles. And it would look so realistic. Like, my dad used to draw, like, he would just draw you off of the whim. And honestly, that's something that I didn't know that I had in me until I started doing nails, because makeup still didn't allow me to use my fingertips as much as nails did. I feel like makeup is just pat pat pat, and the nails is just like, okay, it's like a pencil.
Right.
So he definitely impacted me a lot in that way. I feel like right now where I am is just understanding the motions of life. We gotta lose people, and I think the loss of my dad allowed me to think about life in a different way, because he was the type of man who never really expressed his emotion. And I feel like that's why I speak so much, because I feel like him bottling things up and feeling away and not saying what those things were and allowing people to misunderstand him. Like, I don't care how ugly the truth sounds, even if I have to get it across, you'll hear it, because the last thing I want to be is misunderstood.
Right.
Because I think that took a toll on him at the end of his life,
So that's one of the things that you can move with now in your everyday life, as far as like
transparency.
Speaking
transparency, because I don't think he did much of that. Like, the only emotions that he really knew how to express was how angry he was.
Okay.
But I got it as sadness. But you have to decipher through the anger to realize that was sadness, and actually love him enough to do that. Like, it was a point where I told my sister, deal with your dad. Deal with your father, because I can't do it. He barely calls me. He doesn't call me enough to be making our few phone calls so terminless.
Right.
So, but then I decided to let that go and went to Trinidad. And that was the last time I saw him. For his birthday. I was like, Dad, I want to come see you for your birthday. And then we spoke. We had a long conversation. My dad told me things that he never told me before, like being touched as a child and stuff like that. So I was just shocked that the time that I said to myself, let me put this aside and deal with him, was the last time I saw him. Well, it wasn't the last time I spoke to him, but it was the last time I physically saw him.
that is like so powerful. And I think that whatever message you receive from the universe, from God, whatever it is that you believe in, like it literally guided you through that so you'd be able to see him that one last time.
Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for that last time, I would not be so comfortable speaking about him right now. Right.
I can get that. And that reminds me of my son's father. My son's father passed away, and he wasn't the best dad to my son. He has other kids. I can't speak on it, but my son, he wasn't the best dad. But my son, at the age that he was, he just knew, that's my dad, I love him. It's only when we get older is when we start realizing like the flaws in our parents. All we know is, that's our dad, that's my dad, I love him, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. And it is, one of the male figures that he would look up to. So he really didn't see him much. But there was one time he called me, like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm assuming he was probably drunk. And he's like, let me talk to Jalen. I'm like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you like? And he hadn't seen him for months before that. But his uncle called me maybe like 2 days later. And his uncle was like, yo, like, I don't know what's going on with him, but I definitely want to make sure Jalen comes around more, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you know what? Since you're the one reaching out, I'll let you guys, I'll consider it. Even though all the other times I've always allowed Jalen to see his dad, it's just that you're not going to be popping in and out whenever you feel like it. So once I realized that, you can't play this game with him, I didn't even really stop anything because he wasn't really showing up anyways. You get what I'm saying? I just stopped the possibility of him popping up. And that phone call was the first time that I was like, no. I mean, who was going to wake a child up 2 o'clock in the morning anyways? But the uncle called and said, hey, I want Jalen to come over, whatever the case with me. And I said, you know what? I've always wanted Jalen to like know his dad's side. So I just wanted somebody other than the dad to reach out to me because I know the dad he didn't know how to communicate properly. I don't really want to mix with it. So I let my son go, and he's seen his dad probably like for 2 days. Spent the night. Spent the night for like 2 nights. And the night that he came back home was the night that his dad passed away.
Wow.
Because I could have held on to things myself. I could have been like, nope, where you coming from? You don't ever call, you know what I mean? And I said, he's my son, let him experience what that side of the family is like. And he passed away. It freaking sucks. But I'm just really happy that he was able to spend those last So I definitely see how
you have to follow your mind. I feel like I was angry. I'm a child. I feel like but then also my dad being a grown man, he was angry too. He felt as though that us coming of age, we could have picked up the phone and get a phone card and call him a little bit more, and everybody has feelings, and you just have to acknowledge that. And I feel like I just have to get over the fact that dad is upsetting me right now.
Right.
But I love him. The last thing I wanted to leave him with is just that nobody cared, because he already assumed that. He already thought that no one cared. And he's the backbone of his family pretty much. So out of my dad's side of the family has 13 siblings. Out of that side of the family, I would say there is about 4 siblings that well take care of themselves and their family. But out of all of those people, my dad and his brother were still the top 2. They were still the go-to phone calls.
So he was looking for someone to just hug him.
Somebody to lean on.
Yeah. Do you have the same relationship with your mom?
Not so much. I would say that my mom she was a stricter parent. She was the parent who liked to buffy up. Right. And my dad was the one who was like, listen, if both of us do this to these kids, who are they gonna talk to? Their peers, their friends? Who's gonna give them what kind of advice? Right. No. So you can be mad. I know you probably want me to be mad and force it too, because my mom, of course, she wanted my dad to keep the same energy as she did. Right. But then he didn't. It's
usually balance is good though.
Yeah. But that makes sense because my dad's Libra, just like me. My dad's birthday is the 12th of October, and mine is the 16th. Okay. So we work out perfectly that way, But
what's your mom's sign?
My mom is an Aquarius.
Okay. I don't know too much about Aquariuses.
She's like the only one I deal with.
Okay.
Yeah.
As an Aquarius?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
even.
Do you run from Aquariuses because?
No, honestly. Matter of fact, I'll probably say that, and then people gonna be in the comments like, but I'm an Aquarius. Like, yeah, sorry, I don't know your birthday, my bad.
Right. I've had traumatic experiences with Sagittarius people. If that, ooh. So I'm not gonna say like all Sagittarius are like that, and Sagittarius men I'm speaking of, but it just seemed like they have this coincidentally, right? Let's just say by coincidence, Sagittarius men have been, what is Sagittarius? Sagittarius?
Terrorists, Sagittarius. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I seem to believe some of it has to be true. So, okay, so yeah, your mom used to be a little more strict.
Yeah, she's a stricter parent, but yeah, she definitely feels like she has a lot to live up to.
Okay.
She took us from Trinidad at a very young age. I was 10 and my sister was 13, turning 14, or probably already 14 at the time. But she left because my dad was abusive though. Like, I've been able to see like the flaws, like you were saying, the flaws of the appearance.
Right.
I've been able to see it from a young age. Like, my dad beat my mom while she was dressing me for school one day. And I'm just there like, what the hell? I remember that day going to school, and instead of writing Leticia Superville in my book, I wrote Little Joanne Henry. And guess who had to check my work? My dad. And guess who didn't care? Like, I've been a spicy kid all my life. So I was able to understand why she did what she did. You know, of course, I think coming here initially, we were very excited to be in the US, the States. We was the only family up here at the time.
Right.
I had the meat cousins up here. I only had like 2 or 3, but our whole family is in Trinidad.
Right.
Every last one of them.
Currently still.
Currently.
Okay.
Like, some people probably went to Canada or England, but that's only like 1 or 2 people out of the family. But everyone's in Trinidad.
I have a lot of family in Trinidad as well. There is a video that you posted. I'm gonna assume that it had something to do with friendships. I'm gonna only assume. You could clear that up for me. There was a video that you posted. I've never seen you like this on social media. You posted yourself with
My sage.
With the sage. And if you want to go look at that video after this, you can go look at it, because you could tell somebody douchey something, and she was really in that like, get away from me. I need myself to like come back to reality or whatever. What was going on with you in that video?
I think in that moment, I came to the realization that I have allowed things and people around me that did not serve me, and I think that what I realized, or what I was so angry about, was that the people were eager to be next to me. I never cared for them. Right. I never pursued. I never said, hey, let me be friends. There was people pushing themselves in my space, and I guess me not being as assertive as I should have been allowed certain things in my atmosphere that eventually, like months later, I'm like, yo, my nights have been sleepless. Since I've let somebody into my home, my nights have been sleepless. I feel very disoriented, and I feel like I had to realize that person put themselves around so many energies that I was not accustomed to, because I can account for everybody who I'm working with. Chances are, as a client, like, I'm accustomed to a lot of the energies that I was around, right? But then I let this girl around me, and I feel like she was so outside. I would put it. I don't want to offend her, but I think that she was just around too much people, and it just affected me just by having her around me, especially so intimately. But at that time, when I was praying that shit away, I was literally, I came to a realization like, yo, this was not happening to you 4 months ago. Right. This came with the introduction of a new person.
Did you ever express to her what you were feeling? Or you just kind of walked away from it?
No. I am a very vocal person. I am the boldest person that you may know. But I definitely told her. It was a point in time where I was just like, I realized that you're like this with everyone. And when you were so eager to be in my space, it wasn't anything besides you just wanted to, this is how you are. You wanted to be friends with me.
Right.
And I think I let her too close to my life, you know. because we was on the phone every day talking. Like it was too much.
Yeah.
It was.
You know what? Those type of friendships, I don't do phone calls every day with people anymore. That was like for me, that was like a high school thing. And I noticed that the people that don't take this the wrong way, anybody. This is just me personally, because I feel like I'm a loner. I don't want to be on phone calls with everybody every day. I don't want to like update people every single day with, you know, what's going on with my life. And I think that people who usually end up being on phone calls with what I experience, it's kind of like don't take this the wrong way, but this is my. Like, why do you need to have get on phone calls every single day with certain individuals? It almost becomes like a codependent thing. You know what I mean? It's like you're also running from like your reality because you want to like get away. It's always like, how do I get away from facing myself and facing the things that I'm experiencing in my life? Whether it's watching TV, whether it's smoking, whether it's, I think being on phone calls with a certain individual every single day, it kind of like, it's like a running away
and
from.
And you know what it was too? It was like the way that she entered my life was also very pushy. And then the way she would try, like, she pushed herself into my life, my relationship, like, it to the point where I was looking at my partner like, are we strong enough to handle this shit now? Like, it was very pushy. And I think we both had to come to a realization, me and him, was like, yo, how do we let somebody like come and choose where they wanted to sit in our shit? Like,
have you ever felt like any friends pushed up on your guy ever?
None of them let me see it.
Oh, okay.
I had a friend who told me that she was like, yo, this girl keep looking at your boyfriend. She keep looking at him, but she only looking when you look away. But I'm just like,
but it was a friend?
She don't let me see. Nah, I met her for the first time.
Okay.
I met her for the first time.
Okay. Well, that's
nobody, not a friend of mine. That would have to be a secret because any friend of mine know how I just get.
Well, that's good because I know that happens, you know, from time to time in certain weird relationships. Yeah. So we have an accent, clearly I can hear. Where are you from?
What's a Spain? Trinidad?
My cousin.
Yeah, my family. yeah, I'm from Trinidad.
Okay. Oh yeah, you did mention, you know, coming from Trinidad. How long have you been in New York for?
Since 2008. So ever since we came to America, we've been in New York City.
Okay. Would you ever move and go somewhere else?
I would move and go somewhere else. I think where I would like to spend the rest of my life would definitely have I'll be planting my own food.
Aww, I love that.
Waterfall in my backyard.
I love that.
Do you see Bretman's backgrounds when he posts his pictures? Somewhere like that. I want him to be in Hawaii.
That's his house. That's his house.
Yes, he lives in Hawaii.
That's why he's just always freeing all the time. He's so free. So I mean, you know, of course but I know being in earth, in grassy areas and all that stuff, it helps. You breathe in, you know what I mean? It helps with your mental and all that. That's dope. Okay, so wherever there's grass, that's where you want to be. Okay.
Grass, nature, beauty. Yes.
Okay. She has a class coming up.
Yes, I'm teaching nail classes. So if anyone wants to be in my one-on-one nail class, you can reach out to me directly. You can hit me up on Instagram, or I have a number on my website.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you're if you are a nail tech who wants to improve, I don't want to use that. If you're a nail tech who wants to improve on their skill, you know, get with somebody who's stuff. Did you do your nails?
Yes, I did them right before we came.
Yes, let's get that. This is press-ons.
Great, I need to do your nails.
You know what? I did my nails one time.
You don't do acrylic.
I don't do acrylic. But I did acrylic one time. That was like promotional stuff for like that 70s thing that I did. That's why I did it. Mm-hmm. But I love what you do. I love your nails. So maybe I'll get into it, you know, and like do a little ting. Like do a little ting. So also, fun fact, she does not. Do you like soca? You.
I like soca. However,
you did that with a very like. I like soca.
Because I don't look for soca music. Soca music, that's how to find me. Like, if I hear a song that I like if I go in a party right now, all the new soca, I would just be stunned up there just so
that's crazy.
The Jamaican music, word for word.
So top 5 Jamaican artists.
Chronics.
Boom. Is that 1 or 5?
That's 1.
That's 1. That's one. I agree.
Because when I'm ready to center myself and burn out every bad mind, Chronics.
Listen, he just speaks to your soul. Like if you don't like Chronics, you're a demon. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, you one of them people who run with skank. Yeah. But definitely, okay, so
Chronics
number one. Five skirts, I gotta go up there. Popcorn have to go up there.
Heavy hitters.
I need to give a woman a chance right now. Zam.
Ashanzia, no?
I don't listen to she.
Wow, okay.
I like her, but I'll probably have 2 or 3 songs. Like I think my masculine energy is too high.
I you don't have to give the women if that's not what you're feeling.
Sure.
So go ahead, you could drop the last 2 men.
Okay. Skang recently.
Okay.
And one more. You go save that one. I have no idea who I will put.
For the 5th one?
Yeah. I'm thinking.
So we gonna go with the 4, just because I know adding a 5th one.
Okay, intense 5.
5. So that is the 5 that we have for the Jamaican artist. And if you guys are listening right now, give her some VIP tickets. For every one of y'all show, I've never seen Popcorn perform before ever, and I would love for him to come to New York just one time. How do you feel about his relationship? Do you love that for him?
I actually do love that for him.
Okay. I love that it's a Jamaican woman as well.
Yeah.
So she understands.
I'm actually glad for him. I'm happy because I never see him with nobody. He is never public. Like I think he posted a picture with a girl, 1 or 2 girls, but asked.
I think I'm sure that chick he was with.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, yeah.
But to put your name in our song,
to
name these song after shit.
Facts and put her in a whole song. Yeah.
And she sings too. They might have that whole collaboration together. Yeah.
Listen, if you could partner with a person like that is epic. Like it does not get any better than someone to make money with, someone who's like I think what they say they had him on walking on the beach holding hands, skipping.
Yeah, that's all you have though.
If you don't have a man skipping on the beach, then you don't really have him. Yeah, right. You really don't have him yet. You really don't have him. So there's a few other things that you are great at that the people may not know. I mean, they get to know. So she has accessory business. Are you still going heavy with that? Are you taking any pauses?
Yeah, I definitely am. I think what I've been doing recently was just branding for my class for the nails. So I definitely did take a break from posting, but I have products on hand. So please order.
What is the Instagram name? What is the name of the business?
Effin.fabulous.
Effin.fabulous. Yes, please go check it out. Then right now you're also getting into graphics. Like, what is happening?
So that's so when I decided to do my class, I figured, like, I always told people I'm not going to rush into it because I want to create a book for somebody, for them to actually have something to take home. I feel like classes leave you with a certificate, and who you're showing that? Who qualifies to be giving you a certificate?
Agreed.
So I was
make it feel like you did something when you really
that's like one of those participation things in school. So I say for my class I will be offering a book. That's what I realized. So in that space of time, graphic design came with me making the book cover because I had hired somebody to do it, and he did such a terrible job that I was just like, God, you make me pay $60 to go back to the drawing board. And I realized I just had to trust myself. So I've just been doing that, building on that.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
Exploring in different avenues that you probably would never even touch.
All because I like to do everything myself.
Right. So now you have products.
Yes.
That's on sale. I seen the mug. I'm like,
yes.
Because I have a homegirl who does nails too, and I definitely wanna give her that mug. What's the name on it? It says
girls just want their nails done.
Girls just want their nails done. Super cute. You have a tote bag, you have the cups, and then you had a t-shirt on. Did we get the t-shirt?
Yes.
Or that was just for you?
So I would say when I get more money to invest in my business, I definitely would do that. I think the only reason why I didn't do shirts initially was because you have to get sizes, and the more sizes you get, the more expensive the product purchasing gets. So I decided to do one size fits all everything. So the tote bag and the mug was my first thing.
Okay, that makes sense. That's dope. I love everything that you're doing, and you're just elevated. You're an artist. Like, you're an artist. Period. I don't even want to put like any type of like labels on you. You're just an artist, and that's what I'm beginning to realize. I mean, not beginning to realize, but like the more you put things out, it's like she's just an artist. Like, you're just diving into your artistic self, and it's showing through in everything that you're doing. And we've been following each other for a really long time, and I've just seen you grow and grow and grow and grow. From when you've been doing makeup to like, you like you skilled nails to the point where it was like that was almost meant for you to do. Like it's, I don't know, however you navigated to that, that's definitely.
You know what I realized? I think what was more meant to do, connect with the people that I do, because I think like my relationships with my clients are so like, it's intense. Like my clients, we like, yo, we have to hug and kiss before we leave.
That's dope.
We have to, like, my clients come back and be like, girl, let me tell you. It's more of a therapy.
Yeah.
Like I've seen my clients through some stuff, and it's so lovely. Because
I build really good relationships with clients through business. I've met a lot of amazing people that I consider, I guess, friends with some of them. And I love that we get to service them at the same time, give them a little bit of advice about their life, you know what I mean? And we're always coming back and like getting back to a place where, whatever we were talking about before, it's like, let me tell you what happened again with this one and that one and that one and that one. I won't speak to them for maybe a month, 2 months, and then we always pick back up like nothing. Yeah. So I'm really excited for you. I think that you're gonna be amazing at whatever it is that you decide to do. I mean, you're just killing the game with nails and I'm about to say makeup, her makeup, killing the game, period. So you guys look out for whatever she has in store, whatever it is, it's gonna be amazing. Find you on Instagram, Supervillebeaute.
Yes, with E.
Yes, Supervillebeaute with an E. Any underscores? No, right?
No underscores.
Supervillebeaute, period. And then check her out, follow her stuff. Buy some accessories, buy products, buy everything so that she can, enhance the business, so she can service, I guess, a lot more people. The more people invest, the more money you get to put into the business.
Exactly. I can get some shirts after that.
Is there anything you want to say to any nail techs that's coming out, or just women in general?
Well, first I want to say to you, thank you so much for giving me a
very
space
welcome. You're very welcome.
My peace of mind and what I have been doing and going through over the years. I appreciate you for reaching out to me.
No problem.
And to the women out there, believe in yourself, trust yourself, put yourself first. There's nobody else's feelings that matter more than yours. Yes. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and love that person and be comfortable with everything that you have done in this life to get where you are. So make sure that whatever you do, you can sleep with at night. Yes. The soul. Gotta come from the soul. You gotta feel it in the soul first and foremost. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Thank you to my wonderful guests for coming, and I'll see you guys.